Looking for some Disney World shortcuts? These are the things that will optimize your park time and cut down on hassle. They're not all time savers, but they are definitely fun savers. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Today we're talking about Disney World shortcuts, ways to do things faster or get so much more out of your trip by making a quick little change and skipping the stuff that's totally not necessary. These little hacks are going to help you visit Disney World like a pro. Are you ready to dive in with me? Here we go. All right, number 1. Actual park shortcuts. Okay, these are like literal shortcuts. We're starting things off with ways to save yourself time when you're getting from here to there. In Magic Kingdom, you can avoid some of the bottleneck crowds if you walk along the water in Frontierland. You can get to Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain faster if you walk along the wooden pathway than the main walkway. It's probably the same walking distance since that wooden pathway zigs and zags a bit, but it tends to be much less crowded, so you're doing less walking around. People are getting behind slow folks. Another great shortcut in Magic Kingdom is the cut through from Adventureland to Frontierland. There are actually 2 little cut-throughs. One is by the bathrooms in Adventureland across from the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. The other is just next to Aloha Isle. Both let you skip walking past Pirates of the Caribbean if you're trying to get to Frontierland and Liberty Square. In Animal Kingdom, there's a sneaky back exit to Pandora that will wind you down a long, secluded path, and you'll come out right by Festival of the Lion King. This path is usually quiet, though lately they've been lining ride queues up in that area, so if you're still in Disney World during capacity restrictions and 6-foot distancing, you may see line queues through that area. And over in Hollywood Studios, remember there are 2 entrances to Galaxy's Edge. You can get to Galaxy's Edge if you go through Toy Story Land, or you can get to Galaxy's Edge by going around the other direction past Echo Lake and over past Star Tours. That's the other entrance to Galaxy's Edge. If you're trying to get there and you're in one area of the park, don't forget that you don't have to walk all the way across the park to get to Galaxy's Edge. There's 2 entrances. All right, our second secret Disney World shortcut is online check-in. Now, you can skip visiting the check-in desk at both your hotel and your dining reservation. And right now, Disney is encouraging everyone to use these services. So we definitely want you to know about them because they do save time and they do save hassle. Using online check-in lets you avoid unnecessary touch points and frees up some time that would be spent waiting in line to speak with a cast member. Especially if you arrive at your hotel via Disney's Magical Express, because then you're just getting off the bus with a billion other people and those lines can be long. So online check-in for your hotel can be found in the My Disney Experience app or the accompanying portal on the Disney World website. You'll be able to enter all of the necessary check-in info, credit card for incidentals, verify your contact info, as well as make room requests, like if you need a crib or you want to request a room that's close to the lobby. This is the easiest place to make room location requests, and you get to pick 2 options from a drop-down list. So if you have more specific requests, you can, of course, give your hotel a call before you arrive. Now, when you arrive for online check-in, and it's your actual check-in day, Disney will text you a message letting you know that your room is ready and where your room is located. They will give you the actual room number and a map to get there. So when you get over there, you should be able to get into your room using your Magic Band that's been associated with your My Disney Experience account, or you should be able to get in using your My Disney Experience app on your phone. Disney's kind of going in that whole everything via your smartphone direction right now, so you can get into your room using your smartphone as well. So those are the 2 ways to get into your room. Now, if your room isn't ready yet, remember, that's fine. You can just drop your bags at your hotel with Bell Services, and they'll put them in a secure area for you. You can go into the park, and when you get that text message saying, hey, here's your room, you can go back, go to your room, and Bell Services will bring your bags up to your room for you. So you can bypass the check-in desk. You don't have to talk to anybody. You just go straight to your room, or you go to the park, and then when you get that room number, you go straight to your room after that. All right, now, when you're checking in for a dining reservation, you'll be able to do that right in the My Disney Experience app as well. This is a brand new service that they just introduced a couple months ago. There are going to be QR codes by the restaurant entrance that you can scan with your camera that will bring you right to the check-in screen where you verify how many guests you have and any allergies. Make sure you keep your phone charged so you can use mobile check-in. And if you're looking for a last-minute dining reservation, check in the app for restaurants available now. It'll say quote-unquote now as part of the walk-up wait list. This lets you skip waiting to ask at the podium if there are any open tables, and you will automatically be slotted in and have basically a reservation. All right, our next Disney World shortcut, book an early breakfast. This tip is especially true right now while the parks have kind of odd hours and are opening late or closing early. Book breakfast at a park before it opens, or dinner at a park right when it closes, so you don't miss out on park time, but you still get to have a meal in the park. Epcot isn't opening until 11 a.m. or noon, and Animal Kingdom closes at 5 or 6, so that gives you plenty of time to have a nice long breakfast or dinner that doesn't cut into your park time at all. Some restaurants in the parks may even have reservations before park opening, which can help you be first in line for rides that will get long waits later in the day. Currently, table service restaurants in the parks aren't serving breakfast, but in the past, restaurants like Akershus, Be Our Guest, and Cinderella's Royal Table have opened about an hour earlier than the rest of the park, meaning you can finish eating and be first in line if you time it out right. This has long been a great tip and shortcut to get into the parks early, get some good photos of empty parks with your family, and also, like we said, be right there in the park when the park opens so you can get to those super popular rides first, and maybe even ride them a couple of times before that line gets real long. And several restaurants offer reservations right at the end of the night. Now, since you don't need to worry about missing fireworks right now in favor of a dinner reservation, you may want to grab the last seating to be able to leave a nearly empty park. Some restaurants are even offering reservations after park closes, which is really weird, but it happens. But it's an awesome experience to feel like you have the whole park to yourself when you're walking out. Typically, you can make a reservation for a table service meal just before the park closes, but right now several restaurants are offering reservations after the official park close time. Be Our Guest restaurant has a reservation for 6:35 p.m. on February 15th when the park closes at 6 p.m., for example. Check those in-park restaurants to see if you might be able to snag an after-hours reservation that doesn't cut into your park time. All right, our next Disney World secret shortcut, fly home late in the day. Book your flight home the evening of your checkout day. That way you can really get every last minute out of your trip. This is something that I've always done. If you're going to pay for the hotel room the night before, you might as well stay the whole day the next day. Now, your tickets and dining plan still work even after you've checked out of your hotel. The dining plan, when it's back, is valid all the way until midnight of that checkout day. So get the most out of your trip by leaving at night instead of in the morning after paying for a hotel the night before. Try to plan your arrival flight for earlier in the day as well. I always get on the first flight of the day when I'm going to Disney World so that I know I have as much possible time that day to spend in the parks and doing other fun things. And that way you can squeeze in another partial day. You can leave your baggage with Bell Services, like we said, if your room isn't ready yet, and you can head straight to the parks or go to the pool, do whatever you want to do. The dining plan activates as soon as you check in, so you can use it right away. Now, if you're wondering what to do with a half day at Disney World, we actually do have a video all about that. We've got great things to do on your check-in day or on your checkout day, so you definitely want to go watch that next. All right, number 5 secret shortcut in Disney World, figure out where the stairs are. Knowing where the staircases are in your hotel can surprisingly save you a ton of time. Disney World resort hotels are huge. They are spread out all over the place, and especially those deluxe resorts. They just have arms that keep going and going and going. So if you happen to be at the end of one of those arms, don't walk all the way back to the lobby to get out of the hotel. Go take the stairs downstairs, and you'll probably be a lot closer to a park. Now, this is especially true at Beach Club Resort. If your room is located close to Epcot's entrance, you can actually leave and enter through a door at the far end of the hotel rather than walking through the lobby each time. This is my special secret tip for when I'm there visiting for a festival. I always ask for a room way over there at the end of the beach club close to Epcot because I know where the stairs are, and I just take the stairs downstairs and get into Epcot much faster than I would have if I had walked all the way back to the lobby and then retraced my steps all the way to Epcot. Now, here's a bonus tip. Figure out which Skyliner station you're closest to at Caribbean Beach Resort if you're staying there. You may be closer to the Riviera station if you're staying in the Aruba section of the resort, so use that one instead and save yourself the walking to the main hub. Fly over instead. Now, remember, if you do decide to take the stairway entrances to get in and out of your hotel, after a certain time at night, those are going to be locked, and you're going to need your Magic Band or your phone to open those stairway entrance doors. So the doors aren't just going to be open all the time like the main lobby doors are. You're going to have to use your Magic Band or your phone to open those locked entrances. Okay, next secret Disney World shortcut, don't follow the road signs. I cannot stress this enough. If you are in a car, if you've got a rental car, you're driving your own car around Disney World, don't just go by the signage they have, because believe it or not, it will take you longer a lot of the time. Always use your GPS on your phone or in your car instead of using Disney's road signs. Disney's signage is optimized for traffic flow, not for speed of transit from one place to another. So you might end up winding through 3 roundabouts to go somewhere that's only next door. Check that GPS for the most direct route and save yourself some winding around time. Believe me, I always get lost in Disney World. Doesn't matter how many times I've been there, I always get lost if I try to follow the road signs. Use your GPS, you're gonna get there faster and you won't get lost. All right, number 7, secret Disney World shortcut, bring your own snacks. Now, sounds counterintuitive. We are the Disney Food Blog. We know all the great snacks in Disney World and we want you to try them all. But having a couple emergency snacks can really serve a purpose. Those can cut down on having to deal with a sit-down meal or a mobile order, which has gotten to be a hassle with so many people required to do it, and can save you a ton of time in the parks, especially if things are real busy and lines are real long. You can bring in any food or drink besides alcohol, so as long as it's not in a glass container, you can bring it in. And if you need to keep things chilled, you can bring a cooler in as long as it's not larger than 24 inches long and 15 inches wide and 18 inches high. You also cannot have loose ice, so bring freezer packs or a Ziploc bag to keep your ice in. But having those emergency snacks means that you can fuel up while you're waiting in line, assuming you're allowed to eat in line again. And if you're doing a rope drop to fireworks day and you don't want to waste any time sitting down to eat or dealing with the hassle of mobile order or all of that stuff, then those emergency park snacks can be really useful. This is also a big tip if you have kids with you, because they will get hungry at weird times. And if I know you guys, you have planned this trip for 6 months or a year or 2 years or 3 years, and you don't want to get it all messed up just because someone gets a little bit hungry at a weird time and everyone's hangry. So keep those emergency snacks handy. Have everybody wear a fanny pack or a bum bag and put a couple snacks in there for them so people can just snack as they need to. That's going to keep everybody happy. Everybody's blood sugar is going to be where it needs to be. And you guys are all going to be able to ride what you want to ride and do what you want to do. All right, number 8, secret Disney World shortcut. Make good room requests. Okay, if you're staying in a hotel in Disney World, there is a huge difference between a great room and a not great room. And the weird thing is they both cost the same amount. So do your research and figure out what kind of room you want. Where do you want your room to be in the hotel that you are in? We have a whole video all about the best rooms in the hotels. So definitely check that guy out. But think about what's going to be best for your family. Do you want to request a room close to the lobby? Are you guys going to be in and out of the hotel a lot? Do you want to be close to transportation because you know you're in a hotel that doesn't have a walking option to parks, so you know you're going to be on the bus a lot? Okay, get close to the Skyliner, get close to the bus station. You can request a lot of these requests when you do your online check-in, and it cuts out what could easily be 15 minutes of hall walking twice a day or more and can save you hours over the course of your Disney trip. Some resorts offer designated room categories that will guarantee you get placed where you want to. These are actual paid upgrades. So room requests are just requests and are not guaranteed, but if you pay for a specific location, then it's guaranteed. Preferred rooms are going to put you closest to the lobby and main shopping and dining areas in most hotels. If you have specific location requests, though, you can always call Disney to find out which rooms may suit your group best and make requests for those specific areas so that you make sure you get into those rooms. Now, you can request certain room numbers. You absolutely can. And some people do because they want a particular view or they want a specific location, but you're going to have much less likelihood of getting into that room if you give a specific room number request. So just give an area. Say, I'd like to be close to Epcot. I'd like to be in a room with a large balcony versus a small balcony at Beach Club Resort. I'd like to be in the cabanas versus the casitas at Coronado Springs Resort. So figure out what's the best area of your hotel for your family. You want to be close to the pool pool, you want to be close to food. If you have mobility concerns, you want to be close to transportation in the lobby, and then figure out, can I buy a room upgrade to guarantee me that location, or do I need to call Disney and say, here are my room requests and here are why? That's another good thing to say is, here's why I want to be in these particular locations. If it's a mobility situation, then definitely let them know. They will do their best to get you where you want to be. So that can definitely be a shortcut. It can save you tons of time, and even better, it can give you a better trip. Okay, number 9, Disney World shortcut. Make the most of character meet and greets. This tip is explicitly for after character dining comes back in full force. Right now, you'll see characters, but you don't get to hug them or get personalized autographs in those character dining locations. But when character meals return to normal, you can save a lot of time that might be spent in line waiting to meet characters in the parks by booking character meals. You can get tons of autographs and a meal all at once in the air conditioning rather than wait in line for each character individually in the parks. This is a huge deal, and it can save you a ton of time. For princesses, head to Akershus, Cinderella's Royal Table. You can see Cinderella here right now, in fact. Trattoria Al Forno, or dinner at 1900 Park Fair, where you're also going to meet Prince Charming and Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters, along with Cinderella herself. You can meet Mickey at Chef Mickey's Garden Grill, Topolino's Terrace, and Hollywood and Vine. His group of friends may swap out, but these character meals are all open right now, though things are still different than normal. Unique or rare characters will still need to be seen in the parks or at special events, though you can see the Beast at Be Our Guest Restaurant, the Evil Queen at Storybook Dining at Artist Point when it's open, and Lilo at Ohana's Breakfast. Even more rare characters can be found at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, but they have long lines and you may have to wait through a lot of your party time to actually meet them. Okay, so there are some awesome Disney World secret shortcuts that can save you time, save you money, and literally save you steps sometimes. So do you have any other shortcuts you love to use on your Disney vacation? We are all about saving time and money, and we love passing those tips to you, but we also love to hear your tips. So share them in the comments. It really, really helps for our other subscribers and our other viewers to see what your experiences have been in Disney World. These might seem like small things, but that time really adds up over the course of a week at Disney, and we want you to have more time for rides and fun, not walking down an endless Disney hotel hallway. Thanks for listening, you guys, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.